What if I told you that the delay in your life is not a punishment but a secret assignment? What if the struggle you are facing right now is actually evidence that something bigger is attached to your name? Stay with me because this might change how you see everything you are going through. Imagine a young man walking alone at night holding a small lantern. The road is dark, the wind is strong, and the light only shows 2 or 3 steps ahead. He feels frustrated because he wants to see the whole path. He wants proof that the road leads somewhere safe, but the lantern refuses to show more than the next step. And in anger he almost throws it away, but then he realizes something. If the lantern showed the entire road at once, he would try to run, and if he ran in the dark he would fall. Sometimes God gives you just enough light for the next step, not the whole staircase, not the final chapter, not the full blueprint, just the next instruction. And you call it delay, you call it confusion, you call it silence, but heaven calls it guidance, because if you saw everything too early you would move too fast. If you received everything too soon you would not value it. If you entered the promise without preparation you would not sustain it. And that is why some prayers feel unanswered, because they are not denied, they are under construction. You are not being ignored, you are being developed. Think about this: every great story has a hidden chapter, a chapter where nothing seems to happen, a chapter where the hero doubts themselves, a chapter where doors close and friends leave and opportunities disappear, and that hidden chapter feels the longest. But without that chapter there is no transformation. Maybe you are in your hidden chapter right now. Nobody sees your effort, nobody applauds your discipline, nobody understands your silent battles. But hidden seasons produce visible victories. Roots grow underground before trees rise above ground, and if the roots are weak the tree cannot survive the storm. So God focuses on your roots, your character, your mindset, your endurance, your faith, because where you are going has strong winds, and without deep roots you would break. And maybe you are asking, why is it so hard? Why does it feel like every time I move forward something pushes me back? Because resistance is proof of direction. Nobody fights something that has no value, nobody attacks something that has no future. The pressure around you is evidence of potential within you. You do not experience this level of challenge without carrying uncommon purpose, and sometimes the enemy attacks your confidence before your opportunity arrives, because if he can make you doubt yourself you will walk away from the blessing on your own. But listen carefully: your doubt does not cancel your destiny, your fear does not cancel your calling, your past does not cancel your future. You are allowed to feel tired, you are allowed to feel confused, you are allowed to cry, but you are not allowed to quit. Not now, not this close, because what you cannot see is that pieces are moving in your favor. Conversations are happening about you, doors are being prepared, opportunities are aligning, even when you are resting, even when you are discouraged, even when you think nothing is changing. Something is shifting in the unseen realm, and one day suddenly what felt impossible will feel natural, what felt distant will feel present, what felt delayed will arrive all at once, and you will realize the wait was not empty, it was essential. Imagine if Joseph gave up in the prison, imagine if David quit in the field, imagine if Esther stayed silent, imagine if Peter never stepped out of the boat. Their greatest moments were hidden inside uncomfortable seasons, and your breakthrough might be hidden inside your current frustration. Do not measure your progress only by visible results, measure it by internal growth. Are you stronger than last year? Are you wiser than last season? Are you calmer than before? That is progress, even if the outside has not caught up yet. Growth inside eventually shows outside. The caterpillar does not look like it is progressing inside the cocoon, but transformation is happening quietly, painfully, and visibly, and when the time is right it does not crawl, it flies. And maybe you are in your cocoon season. Restricted, limited, isolated, watching others move ahead while you feel stuck. But isolation is not rejection, isolation is preparation. God sometimes removes distractions before he releases elevation. He separates you from noise before he speaks direction, and in this quiet place you discover who you really are, without applause, without validation, without comparison. And that discovery is powerful, because when you know who you are, you stop chasing what is not meant for you, you stop begging for what should come freely, you stop forcing what should flow naturally. Some of you are exhausted not because life is too hard, but because you are carrying things you were never meant to carry. Guilt from old mistakes, approval from people who will never understand you, fear of outcomes you cannot control. Release what is heavy, release What is toxic? Release what is draining. Not every battle deserves your energy, not every opinion deserves your attention. Protect your peace like it is sacred, because it is, and understand this: closed doors are not personal, they are directional. Redirection hurts, but it saves you from wrong destinations. If one path keeps collapsing, maybe it is not your path. If one door keeps shutting, maybe it is not your door. What is meant for you will not require you to destroy yourself to obtain it. It will require faith, effort, patience, yes, but not self-betrayal. And while you are waiting, do not waste the waiting. Build skills. Build discipline, build spiritual strength, build emotional intelligence, so when opportunity arrives you are not scrambling, you are ready, because opportunity without readiness becomes regret, and readiness without opportunity becomes frustration. But when both meet, that is destiny. Timing, and timing is something you cannot rush. Fruit picked too early is bitter, and fruit picked too late is rotten. Perfect timing requires patience, and patience requires trust. So instead of asking when will it happen, start asking who am I becoming in the process, because who you become is more important than what you receive. Success without character is collapse. Blessings without wisdom are burdens. Influence without humility is destruction, and God cares more about your foundation than your spotlight. You see people shine and you think they are lucky, but you did not see their hidden chapter. You did not see their lonely nights. You did not see their silent prayers. You did not see their private discipline. Do not envy visible rewards without understanding invisible work. Your time will come, but it will come in alignment, not comparison. Comparison steals joy. Comparison creates anxiety. Comparison blinds you to your own progress. Focus on your lane, your assignment, your growth, because what is designed for you cannot be taken by someone else, and what belongs to someone else is not meant for you. And here is the truth nobody talks about: growth feels like loss before it feels like gain. Letting go feels painful before it feels peaceful. Change feels scary before it feels freeing, and faith feels risky before it feels rewarding. But on the other side of that discomfort is expansion. On the other side of that fear is freedom. On the other side of that waiting is fulfillment. So today, choose trust over panic, choose faith over fear, choose persistence over quitting. Your story is still unfolding. This is not the final scene. This is not the conclusion. This is the build-up, and the build-up determines the impact of the breakthrough. Stay steady, stay committed, stay hopeful. Because one day you will look back at this season, and instead of saying why did this happen to me, you will say thank God it happened for me. And when that day comes, you will walk with a confidence that cannot be shaken, because you know what it took to get there. And you will not just have success, you will have strength. Not just blessings but balance, not just victory but wisdom, and that is far greater than anything you lost along the way. So breathe again, believe again, try again, pray again, stand again, because your next chapter will not look like your last one, and the same God who carried you through every storm before will carry you through this one too. And when the light finally reveals more than just the next step, you will realize it was guiding you perfectly all along.